Hello dear friends. Pleiadians are still in vogue despite some talk about regressive Pleiads. Opinion piece. Return of Pleiadians. Other cosmic races. Resistance movement. Earth Liberation Alliance. Multiverse Confederation. 2025 will be a bumpy year. Intense purification of darkness. The pace of change is accelerating. Great white rain returns to Florida after 1030 years. Let's start. The Pleiadians are multidimensional beings that come from the Pleiades star cluster, located in the Taurus constellation. They are described as beings in light, with a human appearance and Nordic features, characterized by their light skin, blonde or white hair, and blue eyes or unusual colors such as green, orange, red, or pink. They are considered highly evolved in spiritual and technological terms, with a life expectancy of about 700 years. They are believed to possess advanced abilities such as telepathy, manipulation of energy and matter, and the ability to travel between the stars. The main mission attributed to the Pleiadians is to guide humankind towards a greater awakening of consciousness, promote the spiritual evolution of human beings, and assist in the transition towards an era of greater peace, love, and understanding. They are said to interact with human beings through telepathy, dreams, meditation, and other forms of subtle communication. Purification. According to Cobra, in February and March there will be an intense purification of darkness on the surface of the planet. It may be a rather difficult time, but we will have new waves of breakthroughs starting from March 29th. There will be a solar eclipse on that day, which will trigger a new cycle of breakthroughs. The dark forces will try to induce more wars and conflicts after Trump's inauguration. Belief in the Pleiadians gained popularity in the 70s with the famous Swiss contactee Billy Mayer, who was one of the first to claim to have had contact with these beings. The Pleiades, the place of origin of these beings, have had great importance in various cultures throughout history, being used for navigation, agriculture, and in many mythologies. Pleiadians have been in contact with humanity since ancient times, influencing cultures and civilizations to help them prosper. According to some sources, the Pleiadians exist in higher dimensions, beyond the third dimension in which humanity lives, allowing them to interact in ways that we consider metaphysical or spiritual. The Pleiades are an open star cluster located in the constellation Taurus, composed of about 1,000 hot blue stars of spectral type B, although only between 7 and 14 stars can be observed with the naked eye. The cluster is also known as Messier 45 or the Seven Sisters, and is one of the closest clusters visible to the naked eye in the night sky. The brightest stars are 1,000 times brighter than the Sun. Other cosmic races. The Aldebarans are beings of light. They are the main cosmic race in the liberation process. They have taken on many missions that used to be assigned to the Pleiadians. They have found that the Aldebarans are much easier for humanity to handle. The Pleiadians will work much more closely with the missionaries of light and the energy grid, while the Aldebarans will take care of the majority of humankind. Then there are the Arcturians. They are working on the human mind to open it up to new ideas and expand creativity. They are doing this to balance both spirituality and brain, and to release negative thinking at the same time. They are very active collaborating with the Templar Group in Central America. There is an Arcturia base located in Costa Rica, next to an active volcano. Some Syrians choose human bodies, other Syrians choose feline bodies, and others choose dolphin bodies. They are very aligned with the oceans. Their main purpose is to bring light back to planet Earth. The Syrian fleet is not yet fully reactivated, but we will have its activation during this year. Then we have the resistance movement. They are not yet fully activated, but they will participate in one of the main operations on the surface. It would be dangerous to execute the plan at this time, but they will be on the surface once the risk is reduced. They are now focusing on maintaining the balance of the planets. Andromedans. One of the most important forces are the Andromedans, since our galaxy, the Milky Way, is female and the Andromeda galaxy is male. The Andromedans have been part of the liberation process, especially since last year after we had the Dragon activation. They have a lot of experience in dealing with the black nobility. They have defeated the black nobility in the Andromeda galaxy, and that black nobility fled to our galaxy and is now hiding on planet Earth. When the right time comes, they will also drive out the black nobility to liberate this planet. As they represent the divine masculine, they will be one of the main forces of physical intervention. Activation. According to Cobra, Pleiadian energy is a key ingredient for planetary liberation. This new energy is becoming much stronger and more effective than any other ancient Pleiadian intervention on this planet. They are using more advanced Aptor technology at this time to purify the entire anomaly, which will lead to the breakthrough. They are activating the Moldavite Chintamani stones and tachyon chambers to take them to the next level. They are activating dragon ley lines and other ley lines to take them to the next level. On December 21st of last year, a very important activation occurred. The Pleiadians reactivated their mothership and entered the Earth zone. They are working intensively with the energy grid surrounding the planet to activate the Moldavites and Chintamani. They are healing the nature around it, and now they have a very strong connection with the Agartha grid. They created their basis from which the operation on the surface can be started. Now that the situation in Agartha is resolved, they can concentrate on the liberation of the surface. This year, they have started to use very advanced healing for other missionaries of light who are not initiated in the Atwar ray, and those who are open to the Pleiadians will be able to receive some healings. The Atwar ray is not only of the Pleiadians, as there are many other cosmic races that work with that energy. Liberation. There are many forces that originated beyond this planet. Some forces are within this planet, and others on the surface. They are involved in the liberation operation. Liberating this planet is a great challenge because it is a stronghold of dark forces. They do not want to give up because this is their last place. They are fighting to survive. Other planets were much simpler than this one. The light forces have been liberating the other planets, and in many cases the dark forces simply escaped. But this time they have nowhere to go, because other planets are already liberated. This means that we are in the middle of a galactic proxy war. This war is nearing its end as the light forces are approaching the surface of the planet. In fact, they are already on the surface. That is why there is so much violence, escalation and wars at the moment. This is the last attempt by the dark forces to maintain control. They know that they have no other choice, and they know that they will be defeated soon. The final defeat is unavoidable. This will happen one way or another. Unfortunately, this process is unpleasant. Multiverse. There are many forces coming to make sure that we succeed in the liberation process. Since other universes are already liberated, I would like very advanced light forces to come to this universe to help us, especially to clean up the sub-quantum anomaly and the lurker. They are very experienced and know how to approach the situation. Thanks to their help, the clearing of the stack of the lurker is greatly improving in these months. Their understanding was a piece that we were missing. The forces of light finally know the timetable to resolve the situation. They know how and when the things will happen, although there are some minor pieces missing, but they have a perfect plan. Confederation. There is a Galactic Confederation. It is an alliance of different star systems in our galaxy, the Milky Way. It represents the feminine aspect, so its main goal is spiritual guidance and healing of the races that are involved in the liberation process. There is a huge fleet of spaceships in the solar system. They are sending healing energy towards the surface of the planet. This energy reduces conflicts and heals the situation on the planet. Without this energy, the planet would have been destroyed more than a few decades ago. A division of the Galactic Confederation is the Ashtar Command. Its purpose is the liberation and ascension of this planet. Ashtar is the soulmate of the goddess Astara. Together, they are leading the operation for 25,000 years. They are the ones coordinating the ascension plan. This year, a huge fleet of Saurians from the Ashtar Command will be activated over Mount Fuji. That mothership on Mount Fuji will be triangulated with other motherships. One of them is positioned over Mount Shasta in California. Another is positioned on Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa. Those ships will create an energy triangle that will stabilize the tectonic plates and help a certain transition that will occur this year. Ashtar Command units placed during this year in other places on the planet high above the atmosphere. As soon as the anomaly is removed, they will activate the more advanced Atvor in order to reconnect the spiritual purpose of certain members among the surface population, whose connection was cut off in 1996. As the Ashtar Order approaches, many angelic beings will be activated during this year. Those angelic beings are returning to the solar system right now. They will approach the planet as the dark matter plasma around it is cleared. They will expel and cleanse all demonic and negative entities. Then the angelic beings can begin to heal humankind and nature. There are many ascended masters returning to the planet. In May of this year, there will be a very important activation of ascended masters in Tibet. Reflections. 2025 will be a bumpy year according to Gerald Celente. The Aquarian Revolution is imminent according to National Dream Center. The number one tool they use to enslave us is debt. The fears of the world can't get you from the outside unless they have already gotten to you. According to the Poet Dog, the meteorological engineering department hasn't given up yet. The pace of change is accelerating. It is impossible to future shock large numbers of individuals without affecting the rationality of society as a whole. According to Cliff High, scientific materialism cannot explain consciousness. It cannot explain death or after-death experiences. It cannot explain why you are psychic. Power is the ability to compel loyalty and obedience under conditions of pressure. Authority is the ability to inspire loyalty and obedience under conditions where free will prevails, according to Aimé Terès. Thatcher's bogus rule is to show that some systems we trust have no real authority. He was referring to something called fiat money, which is the kind of money we use today. Fiat money isn't backed by anything valuable like gold or silver. It only works because we all agree to trust it. Opinions. The New York Times says unborn babies aren't just a collection of cells. Trump has shut down the Department of Health's pro-abortion website. Bill introduced in US against sexual acts that do not seek fertilization. Attorney Jonathan Emrod and Dr. Robert Bertkirk are revealing a plan to end censorship on the benefits of natural remedies. Mike Adams denounces the Stargate project that aims to create AI-generated mRNA antigen preparations, personalized according to each person's genetic code. This sounds like an ultimate weapon and would be an incorrect use of AI. The Great White Rain returns to Florida after 130 years. The Seminole Indian elders spoke of the Great White Rain in 1640 during the Maunder solar minimum, when the Everglades were covered in ice for several years. Snow fell as far south as Miami. Those conditions have returned and are seen on the blizzard-covered beaches. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.